99X. It's Barnes and Leslie. We are your morning X. The other day on the show, we learned something very troubling, a very matter-of-fact dropling that Crash put out, that he was once arrested for attempted murder.
Yeah, that was a dropling.
That was a dropling.
I thought you guys already knew.
No.
Crash.
So
seriously?
At the time, we didn't have time to dive in, but we do have time. I'll spotlight on you. Please, let's back up. And what the hell happened?
Well, let's get in the Wayback Machine, first of all, and go to the year 1984.
Wow.
Yes. A young Christopher Clark, long before there was Crash Clark. I think I was, 18 back then. I'm with my brother, Tim.
And your mullet.
Oh, my dude, I was sporting.
Yeah.
I always tell everybody, that's when I had Bon Jovi hair, stomach muscles, and a working wee-wee.
Oh, okay.
You had to add that. Okay.
You always have the fun fact waiting. Okay, so we're high school Crash.
I dropped out of high school in 10th grade, so I'm working.
Right.
Working Crash at 18. I'm with my brother. We got our parachute pants. We are going breakdancing at City Limits, the bar to be seen in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I mean, it was just like the mega place to go. Having ourselves a good Saturday. Got a couple of ladies. We're just doing our thing. We decided to take a break, do what everybody did back in the 80s, go out to the car.
So this is your brother Tom.
No, my brother
No.
Tim.
Tim. Okay.
Tim.
Crash's
Not to
brother
be confused
Tom.
with Tom.
For the 99X historians, used to work here.
Yeah.
Major Tom.
And don't forget they had parachute pants on.
Yeah, I had to throw that. There's a reason I put that in there, Leslie. And you'll hear that. You'll learn in a couple of minutes here. So we go take a break out on the car. We're sitting on my brother's '69 Camaro, smoking cigarettes. You know, we got a beer in our hand. The ladies are there. Here comes this guy walking down the street, and he's just screaming like belligerent to the women. I blank women. So I get off the car and I'm like, dude, calm down. We're with our women over here. Why don't you just relax? He starts mouthing off to me. So I swing and I hit him.
Whoa.
He goes down. Yeah.
Whoa.
He goes straight down.
So it's a bum? Or is this like...
I don't think he was a bum. He was just like a dude that was drunk, whatever. Just a weird dude.
Takes one to know one, right?
Yeah, true. I recognized.
So you hammer this guy. He goes down.
I clock him. He goes down. He comes back up with a knife. Pulls a knife out of his pocket. Now, I don't deal with knives. I run. Here comes Big Brother Tim. He ain't scared of crap. He confronts the dude. They get in a tussle. He takes the knife and guts the dude.
What?
Your brother stabbed the guy?
Yes, he did.
Where'd he stab him?
Right in the stomach.
That's awful.
How big was the knife?
I would say pocket size, maybe 4 inches.
Wow.
5 yeah.
So one time he just or did he
One time, boom. I mean, he just like guts him. The guy drops. The knife is still in him. My brother's got a handful of blood. He runs back to the car and he's like, everybody get in the car. We gotta go. We
Because
get
of
in the
course,
car.
you leave the scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is the guy on the ground?
He's on the ground. Got a knife in his stomach. He's on the ground.
What?
We drive away. And, of course, now we're 18, 19 years old. We're idiots. What do we do, Barnes?
I don't know.
You go back?
Return to the scene of the crime.
Well, I mean, you're idiots in a lot of ways, but at that point, the story is starting to make a lot more sense for the headline you gave us.
Well, you had a conscience.
Okay, you go back and you're thinking, what? We're going to go save the guy, or what are we doing?
Well, I think we just wanted to go back and check. I don't remember. But anyway, as we're pulling up to where the scene was, you can imagine.
You're going to check and, you're going to kick him and see if he's alive?
Is he still flopping?
We wanted to poke him with a stick.
What the hell, Crash?
So we pull back up, and there's cops everywhere. Cops are like checking every car that drives by. Goes to my brother's driving, starts talking to him. My brother's got blood all over his hands now. Looks at his parachute pants. They're ripped because he went to the ground with the guy. And the cop goes, "Why are your pants ripped?" And he goes, "Oh, I've been breakdancing."
No way.
And I have blood on my hands because...
So they put 2 and 2 together. I'm in the backseat of one cop car. My brother's in the backseat of another. We go to different rooms in the, I forgot what the, I think we went down to actually Miami or something for whatever reason because we were in Fort Lauderdale. Either way, I'm handcuffed to a chair in the interrogation room. Now, I pass out in the interrogation room. I'm kind of hammered.
You pass out from
This is awful.
being hammered and also a little bit of fear.
A little bit of, yeah, whatever. Well, oh, God, I was crying in the cop car. I'll never forget. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? Can I talk to you? And the cop's like, you need to be silent, son, and just shut up until we get to the station. So handcuffed to a chair, cop comes in, smacks me in the head to wake me up. I'm like, what do you want? Oh, no. And then I realize where I am. I tell my story. My brother tells his story. They match up, obviously. They're waiting for the guy to get out of surgery in the hospital.
To see if he lives.
Otherwise, we're charged with attempted murder or murder. The guy comes to in the hospital, says it was my fault. I pulled the knife.
What?
It's self-defense. We get released the next morning, probably around 10, 11 o'clock. Our mom comes and picks us up from the police station.
You have never told us that story.
Ever. And, well, I can understand why. It's a defining moment in your life. Why did that moment not, it should have changed the trajectory of your life about getting in trouble.
Wow. I didn't look at it as I got into trouble. My brother was the one that was the aggressor.
Part of the scene.
But you hit the guy first.
Well, yeah, because he was mouthing off to our ladies.
This is unbelievable.
And then you escalated it to physical violence, and then he escalated it to a knife.
Well, back then, yeah. Leslie's got her hands in the air.
What? I remember it's 18-year-old Crash. The mullet was doing a lot of the thinking, so it was a very different outcome.
It really was. And you got to factor in a little bit of partying and stuff like that. We were kids, stupid mistakes. Yeah, I look back on it now,
Crash.
hindsight being 2020, I would never do anything like that.
I was a kid. I never stabbed anyone. Did you stab anyone, Leslie, when you were a kid?
No, but I was going to say, retelling this story, how does it make you feel?
I feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for the incident. I wish it never would have happened.
But does it take you back and kind of freak you out a little bit?
You know what? I think it would have completely changed my life had that guy have died.
You would have been in jail. Of course it would have been.
Well, yeah.
You were an accomplice.
Would you not have hired me then, Leslie?
Probably not. Even if we had heard this story 3 times ago, maybe not. But honestly, if we had a new candidate, Leslie, and we find out, they were involved in an attempted murder stabbing...
you got to think about it.
Self-defense, says the guy. Do you know the guy's name?
Oh, no idea. No.
They never told you who it was?
No. And even if they did, it's so many years ago, I don't remember.
Well, surprise,
Crash, what a
I have
story.
someone I'd like to bring on the show. No, I'm kidding.
Redemption.
That is a crazy story. The things that happen in your life, it never ceases to amaze me.
Barnes, if he's got that story that he never told us, think about what other stories he might have.
If you're a shrink out there and you need a new client that's guaranteed recurring revenue, ladies and gentlemen, Crash Clark.
You don't want to get it. You don't want to get in this head. Trust me.
Wow.
You think Joker's insane?
This is the original Barnes, Leslie, and our friend Crash. 20 lives on 99X.